Communication Error.
Welcome to episode 86 of Communication Error, a gaming debate podcast where we may not always agree, but if we listen to what one another has to say, maybe we'll be able to fix our communication error. I'm one of your hosts, Cheesy, and the man who probably froze his butt off this week, Johnny Ebo. How you doing?
I'm so hyped. That was so fun. I went to the Eagle for the listeners. I went to the Eagles game this past weekend, and it was like Snowball 2.0 or whatever. I think that's what they're calling it. And I didn't realize this when we got the tickets. So we got the tickets from like somebody at Kelsey's work, and it was like section 228. So I knew it was in the upper decks, but it was row 30, and apparently row 30 is the last row. So we kept climbing and climbing and climbing, like, oh my god, we're gonna be at the top. But actually it was really cool because there was like a roof over us.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't snowing on you.
So it wasn't snowing on me. And since we were like in the very back, there was nobody behind us. So it was actually kind of nice that we were high up, and it like the view was actually really good. It was really cool. It was such a they weren't the best seats, but like it was a really awesome game to go to, and to say that I was there. The atmosphere was insane.
Yeah,
like it was cool.
I think that's cool. I've only been to one Bronco game, one football game. I mean, I played football when I was younger, but I've only been to like one Bronco game, and it was snowing the whole time, and I was just thinking, like, I could be at home right now. I'm not finding this enjoyable at all. And you don't realize too, when you're watching football versus like being at the stadium, there are so many breaks. Like if there's a timeout, nothing is happening on the field.
Yeah, and then like they're just standing around for a while. You're like, oh, this must be the commercial break.
Right.
So,
which I just find weird because normally, like for basketball, I know that they'll have like people come out on the court, they'll do like trick shots or like a half court shot or something, just to keep things going. But like, and I know the experience of being all the way in the back, because last year we went to a Nuggets game and we got some like tickets. It was like a deal that they had going on where you could go an hour early and watch the Nuggets warm up, like courtside seats. And then they were like, okay, it's game time. You guys got to get to your seats. And it's like all the way up there, just like a huge trek. And we got spoiled in the moment,
Yeah, no, it was so there was two like notable snowballs for the Eagles. It was the one yesterday, and then there was one, I think it was like 12 years ago, which I went to that game too. So I've been to both snowballs. This one, we were way up top. The last one, we were in like we were pretty low. We were in section 100, so we were down, like not in the upper decks. But we didn't last the whole game, like because we were just getting pelted with snow. So like we just went over to the bar that's like right next to the stadium. But this one, we stayed for the whole game, and I went with Kelsey. Kelsey's not a big sports fan. My dad was supposed to go, but with the weather, he's like, all right, I don't feel safe, because he would have to drive to my place, which is 2 hours from him, and then drive back to his house that night, and another 2 hours. So I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So Kelsey's like, well, I don't want to eat the cost, and I want you to go, so I'll go with you. And man, I hope, I don't know if she was lying to me. She said she had a good time, but I don't know. I felt really bad. Like we parked really far away too. We like couldn't find a spot near the stadium, so we parked like at least, it might have been a mile. It might have been a mile from the stadium. So we were walking in the snow for like a mile. And it was freezing cold too, but man, I'll never forget it. It was really cool. The atmosphere was awesome. I'm so pumped they won. If they didn't win, it would have been a completely different story.
Yeah, and she would be super pissed.
Yeah. And even Saquon Barkley, he broke like an 80-yard touchdown run near the end of the game when it was all snowing and everything. And she was even like jumping up and down, excited. Like it was really, I'm like, do you get it? And she's like, if if I say I get it, do you will you stop asking me?
I think just when it comes down to sports in general, like you don't have to understand it as long as like there's a team that you are rooting for, and if that team is doing good, then you start to like get excited about the thing that you are watching. Yeah.
And everybody around you is all hyped up, and it's incredible. Like if you've never been to a live sporting event, like you should check it out. Unless you like live in an area where the team, like nobody goes to the games. Like there's some teams that just nobody goes.
Yeah, but those are super cheap tickets.
Yeah, those are the cheap tickets, but like the experience is different. Those are the ones where I'm like, I could have just stayed home for this. But luckily in Philly, we have good teams, so we get to see some pretty cool games.
Yeah. Would love to keep talking sports, but obviously this isn't a sports podcast. This is a video game podcast. But before we get into our topic, let's do some server maintenance.
Yeah, so make sure you leave us 5-star reviews everywhere. Spotify, Apple. I don't know where else you could leave 5-star reviews, but just leave 5-star reviews. Comment on the videos. That makes us happy. Join the Discord server. I wanted to say we got a comment on the last episode, and the last episode was something, and they said, this is from Buckeye Killer. It says, great episode. That's all it says. I appreciate it.
That's it? It was
but it's episode? Good. It's good. They said they liked it.
No, so. I mean, I was expecting more after that. Like,
I listened to it, and I'm like, oh man, people are gonna be so annoyed. Me and G like definitely rile each other up.
Yeah, I mean, you two get hyped up on Mountain Dew, man. That's.
But no, it was a good episode.
I love having G-Bon because then it's just I get to sit back, man. It's like easy work for me.
Jeeb was on last week. Go follow the Drip and Jeeb podcast. I think they're close to like 1,000 subs on YouTube. You should get them there.
Nice. Yeah, you were saying where else could we leave 5-star reviews? I think Yelp, maybe.
Yelp. Are we on? I don't know. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not going to anymore. But follow us on TikTok. It's not banned anymore. It was banned for 12 hours. I mean, that was something.
Yep. Nothing screwy there.
Nothing weird about that. Don't look in that direction.
Let's talk about our topic, which is what, Johnny?
The Nintendo Switch 2, or here, let's say, did the leaks ruin the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal?
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. Yeah.
But I was hyped. I'm happy. Like, I'm happy about the reveal. I'm so glad we finally got to see it. I'm really happy that we got to see a new Mario Kart. We know that's coming. So I'm happy about that. I was a little disappointed that we knew everything about the system before it was revealed.
Wonder why. Why is that?
The leakers.
Yeah.
And I do kind of blame Nintendo. The system actually leaked back in September. Like, those images were the system. They were the exact images of the system. What they should have done is just release this trailer back then. There's no reason for them not to.
Okay. I mean, I saw a couple of comments that were, I think it was AJ who was commenting to you about like.
I don't care. He's wrong. He's wrong.
Marketing teams and, how long it takes to market something or advertise something. And look, I'm not in that profession, so I have no idea what it takes or how long it is. I mean, we're on, social media marketing, I guess, to, brand ourselves, but that's completely different than a big corporation. And I can kind of understand where AJ is coming from. Like, if this is something that they have set in date and it's, takes forever to like put all this together, then I understand their frustration. I also think, though, you do have to adapt in certain situations.
And honestly, they might have. Like, that might have been their reaction because all it was a teaser trailer of what the system looks like and then they showed us Mario Kart, whatever the next Mario Kart was. But other than that, they didn't tell us anything. It was everything that the leaks had.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it is a Nintendo move if they did it that way. Like for them to just show the console and be like, but wait, there's more later.
In 2.5 months.
Yeah. So I can see them totally doing that if there weren't any leaks. But I could also see them, trying to get ahead of the leaks, and maybe it took a really long time to make that video. I mean, this is all just speculation, right? We don't actually know what happened behind the scenes, but I think you can blame Nintendo a little bit. I blame the leakers. I'm so sick of leaks. I honestly think
get ready, we're gonna get more soon.
I think they should be illegal. I'm
illegal. Executive order number 99.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like anything gets signed these days. That I'm signing it in. Leaks are illegal. They should be, man. It's not your product. You shouldn't be able to talk about something that isn't yours and like officially leak what is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the leaks were they ruined the reveal. They just completely ruined the reveal. I mean, we all I think had an idea before all these leaks started coming out, like what Nintendo was probably going to do. They were probably just going to make a more powerful Switch, and that's exactly what they did. And the leakers were unfortunately right. We didn't see anything that we didn't know about, right? Like there was nothing in the video. In the reveal trailer. Yeah, but I think they hid it. Like I'm pretty sure that's hidden. Edited out or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So on April 2nd, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we have the C button on the Joy-Con. And we're gonna be like, oh yeah.
We knew.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's the other problem, right? Is like you have people who are talking about the leaks. And I know you and I know some content creators that talk about it. And I guess to a fault, we have been to blame for that.
Yeah, but it's hard to reveal. It's hard to avoid it for 5 months or whatever, 4 months, whatever the original one started back in September. Like it's really hard to avoid talking about it or seeing the leaks in 5 months.
But we don't have to. The reason why people do it is just clout chasing. It's to be the first to say like, oh, I saw this thing and you should get all your information from me. And I know
I don't blame them for doing that. Everybody wants to get their 50 minutes of fame. I don't blame them for that at all. Like it sucks that it ruins the surprise for people. But like, of course, we're humans. Like if we have anything that can get us more attention, we're gonna do it. Like, it's not surprising that people are leaking stuff.
It's not surprising, but it shouldn't be allowed.
I mean, what would they do? Put them in jail?
Be patient.
No, I just mean like, how would they enforce this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I still haven't written up that part.
That's why I think it's Nintendo's fault. Like. Maybe they should have revealed it sooner, or maybe they, lock it up, man. Lock it up. Who's leaking this stuff?
Yeah, it's not just their system. I mean, they have a history of leaks. They definitely need to get Flex Seal on the team, I think, because at this point, man, like
what kind of annoyed me more was like at CES or whatever, right? That's what that was last week or a couple weeks ago. Like these accessory brands, like major brands were showing accessories before the system was even out, and then like Nintendo had to say, oh, that's not official, and then the next week they're like, oh, here's the literal thing that you saw last week. Like it just sucks, and I hope it's gonna happen for April. Like I'm surprised it's not already happening for April. Like there's gonna be leaks. We're gonna know everything that's in that direct before that direct happens.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Like, why? I don't understand the marketing of this thing. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, honestly, it kind of makes sense. It's just a new Switch. and they know that.
Yeah, but
And
like,
it's like you're gonna buy it anyway.
Why wait 2.5 months to show us other stuff?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, I think they just know that you're gonna buy it. If the rumors are right now that the direct is April 2nd, that's not a rumor, that's fact. The direct is April 2nd.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. It was in the trailer.
The rumor is that it's coming out in June. So
Yeah.
that's just a 2-month wait, which is like honestly enough time for them. The reveal trailer, what, it had 18 million views since.
No, it's like, I don't know, it's like 100. It's like over 100 million. I don't know. It's the numbers are ridiculous.
It's not 100 million. Come on.
I thought it was.
No,
maybe it was across all platforms or something. I don't know. It was. I saw that number. I don't know if it's verified, but I'm trying to think. Like, so the original Nintendo Switch was revealed.
Okay, hold on. Nintendo of America is at 18 million views 4 days ago. So that was just the YouTube, for the Nintendo of America trailer.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think.
Right.
I'm trying to think if it's the same cycle, just like you push it back a few months. So October was the reveal.
Yep.
Late October.
January.
It was late October. January was the full reveal.
Yep.
So that was about 3 months. And then it was released in March. So if they still follow that guideline, it will come out in June, which would be awesome. I think a June release for a system would be awesome. I don't understand why companies don't release games in the summer. Maybe there must be some data that suggests that they don't sell as well.
My guess, and I don't know, but I'm just saying that maybe it's kids are still in school, but they're also like coming up on summer break, and with a console, you could only play that at home, so you may not be able to play it right away, or but this is different because this is a handheld.
Yeah, I don't know. There must be some.
So you could take it on the go with you. I don't know.
There must be some weird statistic that says summer games don't sell well, because we never get major releases in summer really. It's usually fall. But yeah, I guess the rumor. Well, people are thinking it's going to be June because of that. The tour dates, like one of them is in like early June. It's like in Seoul, South Korea. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like early June. I'm annoyed. Did you try to get into one of those?
Absolutely not, man. I got a newborn. I'm not traveling to New York or LA right now. Like, I can wait to play the Switch. As cool as it would be, I just am like, I don't need this right now.
I'm frustrated because the one in New York, which is the closest one to me, is like April 3rd and 4th. It's
that's
dead
like
of busy season. Like I can't go.
Nothing going on.
Yeah, like I can't go. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to miss that preview event. But I mean, I don't need the preview. I know I'm gonna buy it. I know I'm getting it day one. So yeah, I guess you're right. Like everybody that's leaking this information, everybody that's talking about this information is probably going to buy it day one. So like, does it really matter? Like, do normal people, like brain rot, critically online people know about the Switch 2, and like, are they going to get it day one, or what are they doing? Or they might be waiting.
Yeah, so I guess, how do you think they perceived the reveal trailer if they hadn't known anything about Switch coming out?
Normies?
Or Switch 2, yeah.
Oh, it's just another Switch.
That's kind of what I think as well. And I think for me, I don't want to be the person that says like it's boring. I don't think it's boring. I think this is just different for Nintendo. I mean, this is something that looks exactly the same as what we had before.
Is it different? DS to 3DS, they look exactly the same. They just add the 3D feature. That's all it. We're gonna get the gimmick of the mouse. Like, there's gonna be that gimmick.
True. I mean, we don't know what that is for yet.
It's for mouse things. It's for Mario Maker.
Oh, sorry. For mouse things.
Yeah, it's for mouse things. But
Yeah,
it's going to
all right.
have a gimmick like that. It's going to have a gimmick like the 3D feature in 3DS. Like
Yeah.
the 3DS is the DS slightly more powerful with a small gimmick. We've seen this before. Same with like the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy. Like it's just well, I don't know if the Game Boy Color. I guess it is more powerful.
I guess though, okay, when you talk about Game Boy and then Game Boy Color, there is a reason to buy the Game Boy Color because now your games are in color. Like that was pretty mind blowing at the time.
Well, there is a reason to buy a Switch too. The games are gonna run better. You're gonna see better looking games.
Yeah.
But
no,
I mean,
I agree with you.
I think I have not been since we found out that it was, or since we thought that it was going to be just a more powerful Nintendo Switch, I wasn't that excited for the hardware. Like, I don't care that much about the hardware. Like, I like the Switch. I think the hybrid functionality is awesome, and I'm glad they're not going away from it. But what I care about is the games, and having Mario Kart at launch, like, that is going to be huge.
Uh-huh.
And whatever other games that we see at this April Direct, like if it is a 3D Mario that's rumored, or another big title like Animal Crossing, or if there's like a Pokemon game, like that's gonna be the exciting part. The reveal, it was definitely underwhelming, not only because we knew what it was, but because of like what it is. It's just a more powerful Switch.
Yeah, but you should care about the hardware in that sense because that is what is going to make the software better.
Yeah, but I think software sells consoles.
True. Yeah, I'm not someone that gets on a high horse about graphics or anything like that. Like, if the game is fun, that's what it needs to be. But going forward, like, yeah, we should be seeing some improvements from the Switch 1.
I just don't know what did people want? Like the people that are saying that it's boring, that Nintendo is not like taking a risk or anything. Like what do they think what it was going to be? Like the Nintendo Switch is the most successful or second most successful console they've ever had. Like they're not, and they don't want another flop like the Wii U. So they're not going to move away from that hybrid functionality. Like that is their bread and butter.
Yeah, but I think part of Nintendo is trying new things. And yes, we're getting the mouse function. So we'll see what that's all about. But it's just, I don't know. I guess DS and 3DS is like the closest we can get to this argument of them doing the same thing. But when you look at their consoles, they all have been different. Like even Wii U, yes, it was a beefier Wii, but it had a gamepad. Like that was the thing that made it different. And it didn't sell well because of marketing. So I totally get why they're going in this direction of like, hey, this worked well. We probably shouldn't mess with it again. But also in the same sense, like, is this Nintendo? I mean, it does look kind of like a PC, like handheld right now.
Well, you mean it looks like this?
Johnny is holding up his Steam Deck, and yeah,
Steam Deck. It
does kind of look like that.
I mean, I think it looks sleek. I like how it looks. I like the matte black with the pop of color. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like your typical Nintendo console. Like it doesn't look like the neon. Like even like if you look behind me, you could see like the bright red or the Splatoon one. Which I mean, they're gonna have that, right? They're gonna have
for sure.
I mean, there's even a rumor that they're going to launch with a special edition Nintendo Switch 2. And like they're going to have special editions, they're going to have different colors. But yeah, I mean, it does look like a handheld PC, but handheld PCs like took inspiration from the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So, it's like I don't know. I just don't know what people want from Nintendo. Like I understand they want like something new and something that they never saw before, but you also have to remember it's a business and they don't want to flop again.
Yeah. I think gaming has just gotten so big before they were allowed to take more risks and try new things. And they still are. Not to say that they aren't. They still are. but it is just as close as we can get to the last system.
Yeah, I mean, but PlayStation does the same thing. Xbox does the same thing. They just
Yeah, but you just don't expect that from Nintendo.
Yeah, but like they also want to make money. Like there's things like I can understand where they're coming from. Like they don't want another flop like the Wii U. They can't do something where it's just like a dedicated home console because a lot of their market is a handheld market. And you don't want to have a handheld and a dedicated home console because they couldn't support them at the same time. That was a big issue with the Wii U and 3DS era. They couldn't support both systems like in a good tandem. They had to having one singular system to support allowed them to release a game a month. Like we probably would get that maybe like one game on handheld and one game on the console, but we want to get 2 games per system each month.
I think the thing right now is whatever is revealed in that direct has to kind of blow us away the same way that the Switch did. And I don't know how you do that because that was revolutionary. Like
1, 2, 3 Switch with the mouse.
Oh, that's it right there.
No, I think I think their big, here's my theory. I might be wrong, but I think their big like mind-blowing reveal is they're going to have a ton of these IP that we haven't seen in a long time. Like we will probably see a new Donkey Kong. We know that has to be in the works because they have the movie and they have the
redesign.
Yeah, they have the redesign and they have the amusement parks. Like they are leaning into Donkey Kong. We haven't seen a new Donkey Kong game in like 10 years since Tropical Freeze. So I can see that coming. There was a quote from the Star Fox director or somebody saying that the Switch 2 is like peak design. So that's not a direct quote. I don't know what he actually said, but there was some quote out there from the Star Fox creator saying that the Switch 2 is good.
And then there was a quote from Sakurai that just said, "Ooh."
Yeah, exactly. So
that one, you could quote me on that one.
What if the trailer is everyone is here again? Like that would be awesome.
Would it though? Like,
it would be. It would be.
It wouldn't.
What if it's a new Smash though? What if it's a new Smash?
Yes, if it's a new Smash, yes. But if you're just doing
now, I want it to be everyone is here again. Like that's awesome. I want that to be the trailer.
It's funny. It's funny, but it's boring. Like I don't want. That's the thing that worries me, man. I just hope that they don't fall into this trap of repeating same things or losing the fun and what is Nintendo and the originality. And I don't think they will. But right now, like there has to be something in that reveal trailer that is going to make people say like, okay, I get it.
It's a 3D Mario. I really think software is going to be their big push, at least at the start, because I think they've had to be holding stuff back. And if it's as powerful as people are saying it is, like now they're saying it could like upscale to be as powerful as an Xbox Series S. We could pretty much like the sky's the limit for what that thing could do.
I mean, it's got me excited right now hearing that Microsoft Flight Simulator might be on Switch. Like, if it runs well, I've always wanted to try that game. It looks so beautiful.
I always like install it because it's on Game Pass, but I never play it. But the install size is like 200 gigs. It's ridiculous because it's pretty much just the world. That you're downloading the world. But yeah, things like that. Imagine like in the reveal, the big trailer, it opens with like Master Chief.
Is this an Xbox?
Is this an Xbox? Yeah, that would be hilarious. They would never do it. But if it just like popped up and said, "Is this an Xbox?" and then it showed a bunch of Xbox games.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for these rumored third-party games too, like Red Dead, Halo, like Elden Ring, and all the other ones that the games that have been out for years. But what I want them to show are new third party titles. Like I don't want to have to wait years to get these third party titles. Like I want Monster Hunter Wilds on there. I want Elden Ring Night Rain, which is the new one. Anything coming out like in the fall, like that's what I want. Like I don't really need these games that are like 4 or 5 years old at this point.
Yeah. So I guess like the big thing, you mentioned it earlier, the C button that has been on all of the leaks that they aren't showing for some reason, has to be the big gimmick of the reveal. So
yeah,
what do you
mouse.
think?
Because you use the mouse. It's a hub. It's a community hub that's gonna like act like a social media platform, and you'll be able to use the mouse to navigate it.
Okay. I mean, I've heard that it could be like connect to the Switch to the TV, kind of Wii U style again.
Yeah, I feel like that one was debunked, but I don't know.
All right. I think it would be cool, like, to use the mouse in kind of editing software. Like, if you want to put your gaming videos out there, there is a software that is also in Switch 2 that allows you to do some of that. Because, like, we've seen some of that in the Nintendo app for the Smash Bros. Game.
Can you edit in there?
I thought you could.
Oh, I don't know. I literally used that thing once, maybe.
What did you use it for?
I don't even know. It was probably for the Splatoon thing, like the Splatoon stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think that is like I don't know. If it is like a Miiverse 2.0, that'd be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's this new rumor going around that there was a patent for a screen, and people are thinking that it might be like you could put it on the top of the Switch 2, and it could be like a dual screen.
Okay.
I mean, there's a USB port up there.
Yep.
So who knows?
I think, okay, I've seen some people talk about that, but I really just think the USB port up top is for, like, you're going to need it if it's in tabletop. If the mouse is that new function, you can't just plug in the power cord from the bottom. It won't stand. It won't work. So if you have it,
I see what you mean.
If you have it on the top, it's more accessible that way.
Yeah, but why would you have? Well, I guess you need one for the dock.
For the dock.
And then the other one for like charging.
Yeah.
It seems like an overkill amount of USB ports or USB-C ports. Like that's a weird thing that they showed it as like one of the premier, because when they had the evolution of the Switch to the Switch 2, like that was one of their big things was the USB port. I don't know. Maybe it is something simple like that, but at this point we could dream. Like so if that is the case, if you can connect things, because that was the initial rumor, like not just like a screen, but you could like a camera, other accessories. Like if it is that, would that be unique enough for you as a Nintendo gimmick?
I think you would have to see what it's used for.
One game and that's it.
Yeah, probably. No, I don't know. I mean, you go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing about these gimmicks that I'm not a huge fan of. Like they use them for not many games. Like Labo, they didn't even have. Well, they did use them for games, but it wasn't like you couldn't play the game in VR. It was just weird mini games. Mm-hmm. And then they had like the ring for Ring Fit. You use that once. Oh, and then the thing that's on the bottom of the Joy-Con.
Yeah, the IR sensor.
IR sensor. I don't think you use it like at all. Or there's like 9 games that use it.
Yeah, it's like 1-2 Switch, WarioWare.
So like
that's probably it.
I'm okay with gimmicks that just like aren't gimmicks. Like if you use it for more things, like I know I'm not a huge fan of the Wii because of motion controls, but at least they went for it. Like it was like you had to use motion controls for 99% of those games.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that. Maybe I'm just trying to think like what's the gimmicks of the other Nintendo consoles? Like the GameCube was just a square.
Hey,
It's a
it
cube.
had smaller,
Sorry.
smaller discs.
Yeah. I don't understand what people are like expecting. All right. So NES to SNES, just more power, a different controller, like
better graphics.
Yeah, I mean that's what the Switch 1 to Switch 2 is. Then you have the SNES, the N64, same thing, more power.
No. It had a rumble pack.
Okay, there's a rumble.
It had memory cards.
But like really though,
That's
not.
Yeah, because that was something that wasn't done.
Well, how much did the Switch use HD rumble? Not much. And then the N64 to the GameCube, there was no new gimmick. Like it just had a different controller. They're just different controllers.
Wavebird, baby.
It's just different controllers. And then GameCube
Different
to
controllers.
Wii,
It was wireless.
GameCube to Wii actually had a gimmick. It actually had like everything was motion controls.
Yeah.
Then Wii to Wii U, I mean, it had a gamepad that flopped. So the one time that they really
it wasn't used correctly.
Actually, the two times they innovated because they innovated with the Wii and they innovated a lot with the Switch, but the other and the DS. But really, nothing before that was that like out of the
innovated every time. How can you possibly say that?
But nothing huge, like nothing as big
That
as from
was
GameCube
huge.
to Wii or from. I mean, the dual screen thing was cool, but like there's nothing besides those that were that big. So I don't understand why people are expecting Nintendo to have these massive innovations every single time when they didn't, when they haven't.
They do.
No, they don't.
Go
It's
from Game
only
Boy
from
Advance,
the GameCube
go
to
to
the
Game Boy,
Wii.
Game Boy Advance to Game Boy SP, and you get
It's the same
backlight.
thing.
You
It's
get a
the
backlight.
same
That was
thing.
amazing. You
Wow,
didn't have to
a
connect
backlight.
in.
A backlight.
Yeah, you didn't have to connect.
That's
in
not
the,
a huge
the
innovation,
worm
dude. That's not like if you think that backlight is the big innovation, then this mouse feature should satisfy you because it's the same freaking thing, man. Like it's the same kind of innovation that
So
the
you
backlight
agree?
was.
So you agree?
I'm just saying if you're saying that the Nintendo Switch is boring or the Switch 2 is boring because it doesn't have any of these innovations, but it does have the mouse feature, which is an innovation.
Yeah.
And that's about the same size innovation as a backlight. So you should be happy about it.
I think I am happy. It's just right now it's hard for me to understand what it's used for. You know, like I think of a mouse for a PC. So it has to be used in I've heard, rumors for Animal Crossing and Pikmin.
Yes.
And,
Oh my god, Animal Crossing would be so good. Anything.
Yeah,
all right, here's the thing. Okay. So when you think of a mouse, you think of a PC. And you think of PC gaming. Mouse and keyboard is awesome for a lot of games, but like for simulation games like Animal Crossing, that would be awesome. Like it would make terraforming so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Pikmin, it would make it so much easier to tell your Pikmin where to go. Like RTS games, like real-time strategy games.
Yeah.
That's huge for them. Shooters like Splatoon, it would actually be pretty good for.
Maybe if you're just using the mouse, but then how does the other part of it work?
I mean, you move with the other controller.
I guess so. See, this
because
is the
when
part
you
move
with a key, you use a keyboard with the mouse. So you just use like maybe they'll have like a mouse or a keyboard attachment or something.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just going to be an adjustment, and the part that I can't get over right now, or I can't understand, I guess, is like if the mouse function is going to be the new gimmick, how does that work when you're just playing on the couch?
You don't use it. I don't know what else. I mean,
Well,
how
that's
does the
what I'm saying. Like, the only- the only
how
thing-
does the kickstand work when it's in the dock? That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Yeah. So the only way that this mouse thing really makes sense is like if you just have it in tabletop mode, right?
Or no, you can have it in the dock.
Okay.
You have it in
And
the dock
then-
and use it as a mouse.
But what do I place the mouse on?
A desk or table. Like, are you crazy? Do you not have an end table that you could use?
I mean, I guess
Everybody
but is
has
that
an
what
end table.
peop- is that what
Don't
people-
do this like that nobody has an end table. Everybody has a freaking end table right next to their couch or chair. All right, I'm
Send us
looking at one
pictures.
right there.
I-
I'm also playing at a desk. So like I play a lot.
You're playing at a desk. That is
Yes,
different.
but I also have an end table that I could use very easily that is next to my chair or couch.
We'll see.
You also
We'll
probably
see.
have a coffee table. Like, what is this?
Yeah, I have a
How
coffee
do you
table.
know?
I
How,
probably
what?
I don't
You're
want to like
wrong.
sit at the coffee table. I want to sit on the couch.
Yes. And then you just have it. If you want to use the mouse, just don't use the mouse feature if you want to play that way. Like, what? You don't. I don't think they're forcing you to use the mouse feature on everything. If they do, that would be kind of crazy. Like, everything's mouse controls, even when the controllers are in the system. You got to use mouse controls.
No, when it's on handheld, you have your left hand or one hand on the switch as you're holding it, and then the other hand is controlling the mouse.
It's just
How
going to be
chaotic.
another like option or a mode, like kind of like tabletop mode. I don't know anybody that uses tabletop mode, but if
What?
you
I
do,
use tabletop mode all the time.
exactly. Now you're telling me you could use it in tabletop mode easily. And you're so you don't have a table to use the mouse while you're playing on the TV, but you have
The
a
only
table to play in tabletop mode.
I will admit the only time I have it in tabletop mode is if I'm like laying in bed and we have like one of those like I don't know what they are, the desks that have like kind of the soft bedding.
Yeah, I know what you
underneath.
mean. Yeah, lap desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they're called. Yeah.
Yeah, you can easily use a mouse on that thing. I've done it. I've had a laptop and I had a mouse on those lap desks. What I saw that argument that other people were saying, like, how would you use it? It's like, are you stupid?
Yes.
Are you like there's 30 end tables in your house. There's
Dude, nobody wants to play on an end table. I don't know why that you think that is your biggest like winner for this.
But
argument.
everybody has it, and like if you really want to use that, I guarantee you're not gonna have to use that feature. So say it's like Mario Maker. Like if you want to play Mario Maker, you probably don't have to use the mouse feature. You could probably use the same way you use the Mario Maker 2.
I just got it. Nintendo's going to release an official lap desk.
Yes, I'll pay for it.
I know you will.
I hope this thing does have a ton of attachments because I just want to buy them all. Like the screen, I don't know. Give me a keyboard. Yeah, they got to sell a keyboard if they're going to have a mouse.
All right. Well, speaking of attachments, how do you feel about the way that the Joy-Con attach now?
I think it's good. I know a lot of people are not happy about it, but like, apparently, hold on. I'm just trying to find something that people need to take care of their stuff. The moral of the story is people need to take care of their stuff. Like they're all freaking out about if you hold it like hanging down like this.
Yeah, vertical. If you
like
hold it
this,
vertically.
if you hold it like this, it might fall out. It's like, why are you holding it like that?
Yeah, I agree. I saw one image that was like Nintendo obviously didn't think this through, and it's a cartoon of someone who swallowed their Switch.
Yeah, that's a lot of user error, but it seems like it goes in and it snaps in, like it locks in. That's what one of the buttons on the Joy-Con is for, is a release. So I think it's going to be pretty. I mean, the rails on the Nintendo Switch are not that great. But I've had mine for years, and I haven't really had any issues. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be fine.
Do you think in the directs, instead of them snapping, they'll clap? Because you kind of clap the Joy-Con together instead of like.
I mean, that's kind of how the logo came in.
Yeah.
It was like, but here's a good example. I don't know if you can see it.
He is showing.
It's
holding his iPhone.
I'm trying to hold my iPhone with a charger.
And it's not coming out.
It's not coming out.
Yeah, I mean, I saw when when they were releasing the Mario Lego, the like kid version, they dropped that thing like 6,000 times because they know kids are gonna play with it.
What are you talking about? What thing?
The Mario, the little Mario figure.
Oh, the Nightmare Fuel thing.
Yes, I don't know what it's. Yes, that I guess is a good name for it.
If you want to have nightmares, you should look at that thing when there's no battery in it. It's just dead eyes, completely black. Yeah, it's a little frightening. But no, I mean these things go through strenuous R&D.
Yeah.
I mean it might have maybe they do have an issue. They had an issue with Joy-Con drift. And
they had quite a few issues on launch day for the Switch. So yeah,
I mean but if you have drift, you can send it in, they'll fix it for you. So I'm assuming they'll have something like if it does break like that, they'll probably have some program, especially if it's a problem. Like they'll have a program to fix it.
I don't know if you saw in the trailer, but they were moving those joysticks around. Like I
think
they were
no, those are those what are they called? Hall effects joysticks. So they are not. They will never drift again.
They just kept going and going and going, and they're like, "No drift here, baby."
I also love I don't know if it was on purpose, but like when they had the Joy-Con in like looked like mouse mode, they were drifting all around. You know,
a little bit of shade. They have like a little mouse tail too. And...
I kind of think like, all right, so. Maybe it's a control scheme for Mario Kart. Like you could just drive that around on the table.
It's like when you had Hot Wheels.
That's what it looked like.
Just kind of like
that's what it looked like they were doing. Like they were just like driving it around. Like that. That's a hint. That's a hint for something. Like we're getting a 1, 2, 3 switch, and that's one of the games.
Just driving the mouse around.
Yeah, just driving the mouse around.
What if it is like a mouse that's trapped in a maze and you gotta like use the mouse function to get the mouse out of the maze to get to the cheese or whatever?
I hope so. We're definitely getting some tech demo. There's going to be some tech demo with the system.
Yeah.
That shows off that mouse feature. Like I wonder if that attachment comes with it.
The which attachment?
Like when they put it was like a hard... It kind of looked like I think it was a wrist strap. It looked like it was a rail. I wonder if you'll get that with the Joy-Con.
I would hope so. That came with the Switch.
Yeah, and it did look like it had the wrist strap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess since we're talking about it already, what did you think of Mario Kart? Of what we saw of it?
I mean, I'm excited to see what it is. I mean, we didn't get much. There's not much to go off of.
Yeah.
24 racers. 24 racers. That's the big thing. That looks awesome. Like that's going to be insane. I hope it's not the main mode. Like okay. I hope 24 racers isn't like the standard mode.
Okay.
Because there's 12 racers now.
Yes.
Going from 12 to 24, and that's like the only way you could play I think it would kind of suck.
I wonder if it's like a royal or battle royale kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
kind
possible.
of like what they did with F-Zero 99. I also have a theory that maybe it isn't the official mode. Maybe there are different modes, and in the trailer you saw like a glowing bag underneath the Yoshi hamburger stand. I kind of wonder if like there's going to be a party mode into Mario Kart. So it's not just getting across the finish line. Like maybe in that what we saw is you have to deliver the most food to different like Nintendo characters.
Then why didn't they go get it? They drove right past that thing. That's what it was. Like I wanted to see what it was gonna do, but they just drove right past it. I guess they didn't want to give anything away.
Yeah, but it's weird, right? Because you said that earlier about like the C button. Like, give people something to speculate.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put the C on there. I don't know. the C's there. They just hit it.
Yeah.
I'm 100% confident of that.
Yeah.
There's no way everybody's wrong on that one. But so 24 racers. So we know that there's at least 24 characters on the roster. Mm-hmm. I would assume there would be a lot more characters on the roster. So
I kind of think that maybe the next 12 are Nintendo characters.
That's what I saw somebody saying, that like this trailer, it showed, I don't know if it showed 12 or how many it showed, but they were to show the 24 player thing, they were going to like merge them together, and it was going to be all crossover characters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm down for that. I mean, it looks like it's still going to be Mario Kart. It's not going to be 100% Smash Kart.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll still have that Mario aesthetic, or the overall Mario.
Yeah.
Thing. Also, before I forget, shout out to N64 Josh. You should check out his new short. I thought that is the kind of storytelling that I like. Like, not the stuff that's in your face, but like the environmental storytelling, the world building stuff like that.
Oh, we're learning something about John Evo.
If Mario Kart came out and said Ribbon Road is made by I forget, Toad's Toy Store or whatever. One of the toy stores in another map. Like, I don't need a cutscene for that, but like having the environmental storytelling, like, that's cool. So everybody should check out N64 Josh's channel. He covers a lot of Mario Kart. I'm sure he's pretty pumped about this, but I thought that was a really neat aspect, and I'm sure they have more things, and he'll probably be covering them as well.
Yeah, I know in Baby Park you can see Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like I don't know if that is the actual Luigi Mansion or if it's like a ride within the Baby Park theme park.
Yeah, I don't Baby Park.
There's a lot of like hidden like set dressing, if you will.
Baby Park better be in this one. 24 racer Baby Park.
Oh my god!
That
How many
would
times
be
are we gonna have to race on that thing?
Oh, that's rough. I'm also excited for tracks that are designed for 200cc. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you play, like, I don't really play 200cc too much because I don't like how it feels on a lot of the old tracks, the ones that were out before 200cc.
Yeah, I mean, we're still probably gonna get that though.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking that the DLC maps, they were designed more, like, they were wider.
Yeah.
So they were designed more to hold 200cc. Like the ones before that, they weren't really designed that way, which is fine. I'm just not good at it. I wonder if they're gonna like add another speed, 250cc. It's gonna be just blur.
Yeah.
The track that they showed, we didn't get much of it. It's probably like the first track, maybe not. They usually do like a Mario circuit, I think. But
yeah, true.
I mean, the burger, or I guess it was a burger restaurant or whatever.
Yeah, like a hamburger stand.
It was in the shape of a Yoshi. I like
Creative.
that.
Love it.
Donkey. What do you think of Donkey Kong's new design?
I'm okay with it. Like, I think he looks okay. If they want to go off of the movie, that's great. If they want to go off of like older designs of Donkey Kong, I think that's great. I just am confused as to why you opened up a theme park that has the older design if you're moving forward. But maybe once we get that Donkey Kong game that is the new design, they'll switch over. Okay.
I think those are skins. Like, I think there are different skins because, hold on.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Peach is not wearing her biker outfit. She is wearing a dress.
I mean, she doesn't have to have a is she driving a bike
in Mario Kart 8, like, she wears the racer outfit.
Okay.
And not her dress.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there might be options to like change how the characters look, like different outfits or different designs.
I take it back. I think you're right, because that is what Mario Kart Tour was doing. And yeah, I think that would be fun actually. So you think that's a skin? You don't
I
think
think that's a skin for Donkey Kong. I might be wrong. I mean, it is like the movie Donkey Kong. It's also like the older Donkey Kong design. I personally like the Rare design, like the one from Donkey Kong Country. I think it looks more. This one looks derpy. I think it looks derpy. He doesn't look like intimidating. He just looks kind of derpy.
Okay.
And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm kind of glad that they changed some things up about the designs though, and we'll see what else they do.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart X, whatever it's going to be called, because it's been 10 years. Over 10 years. So they've had all
14,
this time,
right?
Yeah, 2014. So yeah, it's 11 years.
Jeez.
So they've had all this time to like see, and they have all the data to see what worked with Mario Kart 8, what didn't work, like what people want, what they didn't like. Like, I'm excited for that. I hope the online features are good. Like, I think Mario Kart 8 actually had pretty, like, I love the tournament feature of Mario Kart 8. I hope they keep that.
I hope maybe if they do a battle mode again, don't do timed events. Well, like for balloon battle, don't do timed events. Just go until people don't have any more balloons, because that's how it used to be.
I didn't even remember that. I know what you mean. Actually, I hope they battle mode. Yeah, I hope they have a good battle mode. I think the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe battle modes were fun. Like, I think they were.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were good. They were definitely better than what they had in Mario Kart 8. So
which was
nothing. Right? It was like, what is a race? I don't think I even played it. They didn't have like a battle mode. It was like I forget. It was like a battle race. I forget what it was. It was. They did have a different mode for it.
Was it just team racing?
I don't know. I think it was like, I forget what it was called. Somebody in the comments tell me what it was called.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like it wasn't the battle mode that we know from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
So I loved in Double Dash, and then I think it was on the DS as well. In the battle mode, you could battle on top of a GameCube or battle on top of a DS. Like, bring back that feature where I can battle on top of a Switch.
Or Block Fort. Just put Block Fort in there.
Oh yeah, Block Fort is great. Yeah.
I've been playing Donkey Kong Country Returns HD again, or whatever it's called.
Again.
And there's, I think I might not have played a lot of it on 3DS, but I just played a level, and like Donkey Kong, like there's like the old Donkey Kong design in the background, and he's just holding a Joy-Con in the air.
Huh.
And that made me think of that. Like, I want stuff like that in the games. Yeah. Like, it's completely out of place. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I think on the Wii he's holding a Wiimote, but
yeah,
it's yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for Mario Kart 9. Like, I'm happy about that. I think I'll be happy even if we don't get a 3D Mario this year. If we get
Mario wait a Kart, minute.
I mean,
write that down.
Write that down. I want a 3D Mario, but as long as we get one of them this year, like, I'll be happy.
If we get one of what?
Mario Kart or a 3D Mario.
Oh, I mean, I think it's guaranteed that Mario Kart is coming out this year.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just like, I'm okay with just getting one this year.
What's gonna happen if you get two?
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Just shut up forever.
This year, if they do release a Mario Kart and a 3D Mario, and we get Pokemon Legends ZA and Metroid Prime 4 and whatever else they're gonna release with the Switch too, like, it's gonna be like the greatest year for Nintendo ever.
Are you okay with waiting until June, Johnny?
I guess. I mean, it kind of sucked. It kind of sucked that they were like, "Oh yeah, here's the system. We're not going to show you anything for 2.5 months,"
and then we still don't know when it's out.
Yeah. Then, they better give us a date then.
Yeah.
I'm worried about pre-ordering, because when when the January event took place for the original Switch,
Yep.
pre-orders went live that night, and I remember staying up until like 3 in the morning.
Yeah. I'm just old school, and I know you're not supposed to say this name, but I go to GameStop because I need to know that I have a pre-order. You know, like
I
it's too
signed up.
stressful for me to. You signed up for what?
Notifications on when the pre-orders go live.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just that's still not like guaranteed, and you have scalpers. Like I don't know. I have to go in person or just know
It's
that
gonna
it's
be if they don't have enough at launch, it's gonna be really hard to get this thing
yeah.
at launch. I don't know
Yeah.
about moving forward, but definitely at launch. Like it's gonna. There's a rumor that they're gonna have 20 million allotted. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, kind of. I mean, if you think about, how the
that's more than the
Nintendo
Wii U
of-
sold in its lifetime.
I'm just saying the Nintendo of America already hit 20 million views on YouTube, and I'm not saying that every single person that watched that trailer is going to buy one, but
I watched it like
that's a lot.
I watched that trailer 100 times.
Oh, so you're part of the problem.
I will be buying it day one. I'll probably be getting multiple.
Well, okay, so I guess it's kind of the last thing, and then we'll talk about the Switch. Do you think that is the only color that you'll be able to buy at launch? So what do you think the other one will be?
I think it's going to be more fun colors. So the Switch had the gray model at launch. It was just gray Joy-Con. But then it also had the neon Joy-Con.
Yeah, the blue and the red.
The blue and the red. So I think that's what this matte black one is like the gray one of Nintendo Switch 1. Mm-hmm. And they're going to have something with brighter Joy-Con.
I wonder if it's just going to be white.
White would be nice too. White is nice.
To have that color pop as well.
The OLED, the white OLED is so nice.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised. I don't think they've ever done this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they're going to launch a special edition for Mario Kart.
Oh.
I don't think they've ever done it, but it's pretty much like right now they are assuming that the Switch 2 is going to be successful, and everything points to it being successful. Yeah. So like releasing a special edition at launch is pretty much guaranteed to sell.
That comes with Mario Kart, maybe?
Well, maybe, yeah, if it comes with Mario Kart, it would definitely sell. But yeah, special edition Mario Kart, Nintendo Switch 2.
We'll see that system or that special edition every Black Friday.
No, or it could be like I think Xbox did this where it was like a day one edition Xbox One or something. And you got a controller that said Xbox One day one.
That'd be cool.
So it is, it's not like impossible. It's just, Nintendo's never done. I don't think Nintendo's ever done it.
A day one?
A day one special edition.
I don't know.
I mean, they
seems like a video for you to do.
They had so the Wii U had 2 SKUs at launch. It had the black and the white, and then the Nintendo Switch. Well, the Wii U they were actually different. Like the white had more storage. No.
Yes.
No, the black
did.
Black had more storage, and it came with Nintendo Land. I don't think the white came with Nintendo Land. I might be wrong on that too, but the Nintendo Switch, it was just colors. Like it was just a gray and a neon. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if they would do something where it is like more storage or something different about a model than one of the others.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're entering an era where Nintendo's kind of acting like the other companies. Like they're acting like PlayStation and Xbox.
That's what I was saying at the beginning.
So you could kind of maybe look to PlayStation and Xbox and see what they did. And like PlayStation, well, and Xbox. Xbox released 2 different models of these series. Like they had the Series X, which was more powerful, and the Series S, which was cheaper and like digital only. PlayStation had the digital only and the disc version. Mm-hmm. Who knows?
It's exciting. I mean, I think we finally are like picking up on some steam again. You know, like they're pushing on the gas pedal a little bit. They're preparing us. It does kind of suck that we have to wait a little more, but at the same time, I can wait. Right now, there's not like a whole lot that I want to play on Nintendo anyway. So
maybe. So there's also a rumor that we're gonna get a February Direct, which is probably true.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be Nintendo Switch 1 focused. Maybe they drop something.
I mean, that could be Switch 2 related.
I think they'll do like one Switch 2 announcement, and then
like the final one.
Yeah, and then they'll have everything else will be Switch 1. And then there's also Pokemon Day coming up in a month.
When is Pokemon Day?
It's February 27th. Happy birthday, Valdo, if you're listening.
That's his birthday?
I think so.
It's
yeah.
Pokemon Day? That's
Pokemon
so
Day.
Fitting. That's so crazy. Go follow Waldo. Darth Waldo. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, so that's February 27th. We'll see Pokemon Legends ZA for sure.
Yep.
And who knows what else? But it's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited. I was excited coming into this year. Then I was getting a little antsy because they weren't announcing anything. They were just like, and all the leaks were happening. It's like, come on, could you just reveal it? Like, I'm sick of waiting for you to reveal this thing. But now we know what it is. We've seen it. We know Mario Kart's coming, and that's really all I needed to know. Anything else is just kind of like a cherry on top.
Yeah. Yeah. Should be good. I don't know. You have anything else you want to talk about? I just think that this year is going to be exciting. And for the listeners, I think for the most part, we are Nintendo based, but we could talk about whatever you want us to talk about throughout the year. I mean, there was even just a article or a video game analyst who's saying that there's a possibility or some hope that GTA 6 will be $100, and that's something that we can talk about on the show. That's wild. That's crazy. But I mean,
games. So like this. Okay, we'll save. But the standard price for a game is. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to for this. Actually, for price? Nintendo Switch 2 price.
Okay.
System. What do you think the price is going to be?
I think it's $400.
I think $400. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good conversation.
I don't think it could be less than 400. I don't think it could be less. I don't think it could be less.
I don't think it could be more unless it's like a special edition, like you were saying.
Yeah, I mean 500 would really be pushing it.
Yeah. I
don't think it's gonna be 500. 400 seems right. I mean it's a lot of money.
Games going up to 70.
Yeah, I think so. And I
think we gotta save this topic.
I don't think people are gonna be happy about it, but I think 70 is gonna be the standard Nintendo price.
All right. Yeah, we'll save this.
Yeah. Last thing about the reveal, they showed that it is backwards compatible, which we already knew, but it said some games, or it says like I forget how it's worded, but it essentially says some games are not going to be backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Like what do you think that is?
I think that's just like Labo and Ring Fit. Like, I think there are just some games that were made for Switch that are not going to be compatible for Switch 2.
I think it's just a CYA. Like, I forget how many games are on the Switch, like 12,000 games on the Switch. Like, how can they guarantee that calculator is going to work on Switch 2?
Oh my God. Are you going to be upset?
If it's not backwards compatible, I'm not buying a Switch 2. I need my calculator.
There's your TikTok, Johnny.
I just got an idea.
Well, Johnny, where can people find you?
I'm Johnny Bo everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, well, maybe. TikTok, not banned anymore, so I'm definitely there. YouTube, I'm trying to go hard on YouTube this year. I'm trying to get to 100,000 on YouTube. I hit 50,000 just like this past week. 100,000 is going to be a climb, but with the Nintendo Switch 2 coming out, it might be possible. And then Instagram. And maybe the Nintendo Powercast. We should probably reach out to Josh.
Yeah, probably. We'll see what he's up to.
What about you?
You can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, if you want to just talk Nintendo and basketball. I would love that. Follow us on Nintendo Powercast as well. CheezyC64, CheezyC 64. Johnny, you have any closing thoughts?
Go Birds.